Hello, good people of the internet, and welcome to Famipod, a podcast for family where we guide you on your journey through the stars and help you navigate the ever expanding gaming universe. I'm Ryan Teener, your host, captain, and navigator on this wonderful journey you've chosen to take with us, and I'm joined by the best crew a captain could ask for. But before I introduce these gentlemen, I want to take a moment of your time to say a few words. Earlier this week, it may have been brought to my attention that as your captain, host, and navigator, I may be allowing too much tomfoolery aboard this vessel. That it might behoove me to take a tighter rate of things in order to adequately and effectively navigate you, the audience, and us to our destination in a more timely fashion. You might be thinking, Ryan, why are you telling us this? Why are you allowing us this peek behind the curtain of how FamePod is run? And to that, I might say, take a good look at the gentleman above and below me, or both above me in this case, sharing the shuttle with me. And I need you to look at their stupid, pondering faces as I deliver this message to you. And I need you to bear witness to this moment in history. Take a look at our beautiful Swedish baby boy Dennis, who very often likes to go on tech tirades about things that Curly and I just don't comprehend. Sex crazed insomniac Mr. Curly, who loves talking about his 19 inches of raw fury.
Yeah.
Let this moment stand as a testament to actions having consequences. Let this speech stand as an ever-standing monument to the moment that the soft, relaxed nature of our family circle was replaced by a reign of tyranny. Gentlemen,
that was
what? If you're new to the channel, you can catch us live every Wednesday from 10 to 10:30, or whatever the hell I say so. At Twitch.tv.
I want to say that what happened is that I asked Ryan to actually be a host and direct the show, but it sounds more like he is taking this as being a like the emperor of this show and is going to enjoy fucking with us, which is not the intention.
If you can't catch us live, you can find the VOD uploaded to youtube.com/@FamiCorp every Thursday morning. And if you need us to go, if you still can't get us, you need to get us on the go. You can find us on all your favorite podcast services, such as Spotify, Google, and Amazon Podcasts. But now that we've adequately set the tone for tonight, let's begin our expedition into the deep darkness of space. Which
what is happening with this?
I wrote this space introduction before the news dropped about Star Fox. I just want to say I wrote this yesterday
cool.
before the Star Fox thing dropped, which is very apt.
Was there something else space themed that you had planned, or was this just gonna? Oh, I thought that was the ocean.
Nah, man, that's a nebula, dude.
Oh yeah, I see it now. I totally see it. That's beautiful. And also, what is a podcast host if not a great emperor? Is what I say to you, Dennis. You know.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's enough about that. Anyway, thank you, Curly. Thank you, Dennis. Welcome to the show, everybody. Let's go ahead and kick this off with our first topic of the night. Nintendo is making weird Nintendo decisions again, and randomly dropping a Star Fox 64 remake / remaster / whatever you want to call it. Dennis, Curly, y'all are the avid Star Fox fans. We just got his spoilers, the first ever movie appearance. How are we feeling?
Excited. Mm-hmm. This is awesome. And I wanna immediately go on a tangent and just go. So something a lot of people are saying about Nintendo right now, a lot of people are saying about Nintendo right now is that they just announce things on a random Tuesday. What's going on? This is what Nintendo today is. Miyamoto came on at a Nintendo Direct and was like, this is the next generation of Nintendo Directs. We're just gonna announce shit in the app. And that's what they've been doing. But people are acting like it's just like a random, this is what they said they were gonna do.
This wasn't just in the app though. This is like they literally posted on all socials, hey y'all, we got a Direct coming in like 30 minutes. Buckle up. It's just like, God, what? Like, they used to at least give us a day heads up and be like, yo, we got a direct coming tomorrow morning. Not like at the end of my workday where I would be like, there's a fucking, what is happening? I mean, don't get me wrong. I love it. It is exciting. And I want more of it. Bro, you can shadow drop a fucking Star Fox Direct without any heads up, and I'd be completely fine with it. It is just like a bonkers, what the hell? Like, you're not wrong, because they did kind of prep us for that. It's just like, man, no other company functions like this. No, like, this is weird.
Nintendo doesn't typically function like. I mean, we're 4 months into this year without a direct, or without a proper first party direct. Like, and this feels like sauce for a first party direct. This does feel kind of odd.
It feels
Again,
like we had a
They
direct
said
with the Star
Nintendo
Fox
today
announcement.
is the next gen. I don't think they used those words, but they essentially said this is the new directs. Get used to it, bros. That's Miyamoto. He just came on there and like, this is Miyamoto. And was like, you're gonna be happy with an app.
Yeah. This presentation to me felt like a month ago we had a Nintendo Direct and they teased with a logo of Star Fox and they said, hey, we'll show you guys more later, and this is the more later. This is a straight up Star Fox presentation, to the point where they even showed clips of Star Fox from the Mario Galaxy movie. Like, this is a full-on thing.
They showed the whole clip, the whole thing. They just
that's probably the best part of the movie. They just showed it. I echo Dennis. I'm very excited. I'm very interested in this take. Just to get into what this is, like, they literally, again, they're like, hey, in like an hour we got a Star Fox presentation, and it's literally all we see is Star Fox Direct, and there's like key art with the character designs. I don't know if that was out even before, because I didn't watch this live, but
No, they just like announced and
okay, it was just the
had the
black
link.
background with the white logo.
Exactly.
Wild.
The key art wasn't until the end of the stream.
Okay, so the direct happens. You got Miyamoto, awesome to see him in directs as often as we do. Created a fucking Star Fox. Well, one of them, but dude, you've got the Galaxy clip, and it was all speculated that there was a new Star Fox game coming, but it wasn't really clear what it was. Everyone was like, I hope it's not just another remake of Star Fox 64. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, this is the most remake Star Fox 64 they've ever done. Like, to the point to where it's not even like the 3DS version is, in my eyes, closer to like a remaster. This is a straight up like remake, and I knew the 3DS is not exactly that, but it's way more akin to that than what this is, because this is like a reimagining of Star Fox 64, which, to be fair, Star Fox 64 is just a reimagining of the original Star Fox for the SNES. This is nothing new for the series. Star Fox Zero is basically a reimagining of Star Fox 64.
So
this is kind of what the series is. Like,
on that point, I wanna recount a comment that I, as a heavy Verge user myself, I made a comment on their story of this video, and this is my comment. This is the 4th remake of the original Star Fox. Star Fox 64, an expanded remake of the SNES game. Star Fox 64 3D, remake / remaster of 64. Star Fox Zero, reimagining of 64. Star Fox 2026, remake of 64 with deeper story. They say it's a remake of 64, but 64 was an expanded remake of the original, so it's still in essence a remake of the original game. The original titles in this series are Star Fox, the original, Star Fox 2, Star Fox Adventures, Star Fox Assault, Star Fox Command, and Star Fox Guard. A series, a 30-plus-year-old series where 40% of the entries are remakes of one game is certainly something.
Yeah, I think we've literally talked about this, where we kind of speculated that this would happen, and we're like, I hope it's not that. This is just what I hoped for, if I'm being honest, because, like, yes, it is another remake of a game that's basically been remade to death, but at the same time, this is also a reimagining akin to like Resident Evil 2, which to be honest, like was an amazing move for the Resident Evil series because we both got new games and remakes. Not necessarily apples to oranges here, but like just hear me out. Like that is like a Nintendo thing to do. Because like if we really just break down a lot of Nintendo franchises, Mario is basically a remake every time because it's essentially the same story, just different levels, different gameplay. Zelda's the same story, different level, different designs, different this and that. Like Star Fox on the SNES, yes, it's the same story because it's Star Fox team go and fight Nandros, but the level layouts are not the same. It's completely different gimmicks here and there, different power up, different weapons. The game is not actually the same. Like the only thing that's the same that's carrying over is the story. That's not the case here. I'm not saying that that's the case. Wait, what?
I have big gripes on the statement. What do you mean?
Well, like because like you played the original Star Fox, right? You don't play a level on the sun. Like, yeah, there's an asteroid level, but it doesn't have the same boss. There's completely different levels and different enemies in that game.
Yeah,
it's only a reimagining in the sense that it's the same story.
Claiming
but so is Zelda and so is fucking Mario saving.
Claiming that's analogous to Mario Odyssey being a remake of Mario 64 is insane.
I'm not saying necessarily that, but I am saying I am equating it to like Mario Bros 1, 3, and like fucking I guess probably 64 too, because all those are is just like Mario has to save Princess Peach from Bowser. What Star Fox is hey, Star Fox gotta go fight Andross, detect the Lila system. Like it is essentially analogous in my eyes. Like it's granted, that's not what this is, because again, this is straight up 64 levels reimagined. But now we have the cutscenes and all this, and we have the different dialogue, which like we haven't even gotten into like the different.
Let's talk about that. Let's do that because the gameplay looks really cool. The level design looks awesome. I love the settings and stuff like that. It looks very pretty. What up with these character models, dude? There's some uncanny valley nonsense going on with the.
Hear me out again. This is straight up the puppets from the original Star Fox brought to modern day. They look like those fucking weird ass, way too animalistic like puppets brought to life. But now it's uncanny. Like it is unsettling to look at.
It looks bad. Like
I don't think it looks bad.
I think it looks pretty bad. I think Slippy is the only one that I'm like, and that looks pretty good. Any one of them that has the fur though, I don't know what it is. It looks like it was designed just to do the thing that they show at the end with the facial capture for the shots. It's like that was the whole intent.
I do think
they can get that working.
I do think it is not the designs I would have gone with. I would have gone with like basing it off the movie. I think Fox looks absolutely insane in Galaxy.
Yeah.
And I would have based it on that. But I mean, these are when I first saw them, I was like, ooh. I mean, they are growing on me a little bit, but I mean, I would have preferred basing them off the movie.
Yeah, I don't love them, but like I don't hate them either. Like I don't think they look bad. It's just it's an interesting choice to really hone in on like we're gonna take the original designs and bring them to like modern graphics. It's just a weird choice. Like I wish it was more cartoony like the Mario Galaxy, but at the same time, like if we're gonna reimagine the best Star Fox game, and if this is the look of Star Fox games moving forward, if you're gonna sell it on anybody in any way, at least give those new designs, those voices, those characters in the best game possible. Because if this is something completely new, I think that's way riskier to like sell us on this. Like, because I do think the designs can work for the tone and the weirdness of the story. Because again, it's a batshit weird fucking premise in the first place. It's just not as cartoony this time around.
I think it's a great idea in theory. Well, I say that, but I like bringing the idea of bringing Star Fox 64 to a modern audience. probably doesn't need to be done, as Dennis has very eloquently pointed out. Um, but like you set the tone with the Mario movie and got everybody excited about the potential of Star Fox. And I think the potential that's showcased in that movie far exceeds anything that Star Fox has ever like generated hype wise from any of the games. And like that cool like anime-esque tone that they set. Imagine that in a game. Imagine that like Scream. I don't know if either of y'all seen like Screamer or gotten hands on with Screamer this year, but it's like an anime driving like racing game. And like that's all I can think about after seeing the Mario movie is applying that to a Star Fox game and like doing it that way with like a crazy story and like an amazing art style. I think the game itself looks really good, but I feel like the character models and the gameplay are really at odds with each other for some reason. And every time I see Fox's face, it's just like got like an uncanny valley look to it, and
it is uncanny.
It takes me out of it.
He looks like the Fantastic Mr. Fox a bit. It's unsettling. What I have kind of theorized, and I've been thinking about this a lot since I watched it 3 times. I'm really stoked for this. Like, first off, like let me just say, like I'm really excited for this.
Yeah.
The one thing that I can think is like it seems like the Nintendo team, I don't know who's developing this, really took like time to like sit down and be like, we're doing Star Fox. What is Star Fox? And you really break it down to like what it's always been. Star Fox has always been a technical showcase for the hardware. Like if you look at the SNES, that game was cutting edge. Like with what they're doing with the polygonal stuff, they literally had an FX chip. The same thing with Star Fox 64. You look at it now, it looks hokey, but like that shit was like next gen. That was next level graphics.
Right. It didn't look hokey at the time though.
Right, but that's what I'm saying is like
in modern times.
But it is cutting edge for Nintendo graphics wise. What they're showcasing here is, does that surprise you? This is insanely yes. For Nintendo, like this is up there with Prime 4 as far as like graphics fidelity wise. Yeah, I absolutely stand by that.
I think Curly, you're arguing like fidelity, and Ryan is kind of arguing style. Like it's kind of
I'm not talking about art style. I'm talking about how far can we push this like fidelity wise, graphics wise, and I feel like that's what they're really going for here. Like, do I agree with that? Would I rather like a way more artsy style? Sure, but like if we're talking about what Star Fox is and what it's always been doing, like that's kind of their thing. Even on the Wii U, they were trying to push that.
That's the problem that you run into. Like, I get what you're saying, but like you're talking about the SNES and the 64, where Nintendo was comparable to any other competitors that they had on the market at the time in terms of graphical fidelity. But Nintendo is routinely behind the 8-ball of all of its constituents and competitors in this field. And the fact that they're pushing the barriers of their tech is one thing, but it doesn't mean anything to the wider gamer audience. And establishing Star Fox as a brand, the way, so just in comparison to me, like, and don't get me wrong, I'm going to play this game. I'm going to buy this game day one because I'm really excited. I almost jumped into 64 OG, but I'm just going to wait till this comes out. But the way Nintendo has gone about reestablishing its IP for younger audiences and like creating brands around it, what they did for Donkey Kong with DK Bonanza, they gave it an amazing art style that captivates your eyes and like hooks kids. When a child if I show Arya Fox McCloud in that trailer right now, there's gonna be no.
I watched it with Ace. He was glued to the TV, stoked.
You also have a Nintendo family, man.
That's what they're going for, bro. They're not trying to get outside.
No, they're not. I mean, bro, why though? Why would you do so? Hold on, because they clearly weren't doing that with the Mario movie. Their aim was to establish Star Fox for a wider audience.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you take that same approach with the game? If you have this,
I just told you why.
Do you think they maybe? You didn't tell me why.
I think they sat down and said, "What is Star Fox? What has Star Fox been?" And they said, "That's what we're going to do with this game. We're going to push our tech to be like cutting edge for what we've done in the past. Like that's what they're doing here. Like honestly, like look at the fidelity of the enemy designs, the way that the performance is running amazingly. Like, it's a beautiful looking game. The only thing that looks bad about this game is the character design.
That's
But
a big
like,
part of it. Character designs are what
yeah,
kids gravitate to.
I mean, they're not aiming for kids here, though. This isn't the Mario Galaxy
That's their
movie.
target audience. That's Nintendo's entire audience is families and children.
No,
It's not with Star Fox, bro.
Nintendo's target audience is everyone, and
Yeah.
it's always been.
No.
Nintendo's target audience is everyone, and they're clearly targeting an older audience with this game.
Star Fox opens up with his dad getting murdered and backstabbed by a stupid ass pig.
Yeah, and
Like,
as someone who has recently been researching Peggy ratings for this reasons, the moment you have a character death, you're like 7+ already.
Yeah. Also, real quick, comes out on Ace's birthday, blew his fucking mind. He pulled one of these. It was fucking awesome. For audio listeners, imagine the Home Alone face, but times 2. But no, I mean, like that. I feel like that's what they sat down for. They weren't necessarily going for cool art style here. They're like, how can we make this thing look as like cutting edge for Nintendo as we can? Like,
also,
that's kind of what we get here. Like,
yeah, and I think like what struck me as well was like the first thing that they showed, which was like kind of the fade into like looking down at the planet, and it was like, dude, extreme Star Wars vibes. And Star Fox has always been inspired by Star Wars, and it's clear that they're taking that inspiration even further here. And like what I'm really excited about with this game is that they're actually taking the story seriously, which is so unusual for Nintendo, which also makes me think that this is not a Japanese team. I think this is a Western studio.
Oh.
Interesting.
Because it's usually Western studios that push for narrative.
You know, you say that like if in a alternate universe that Prime 4 didn't happen, I would not be surprised if this was like a retro game. Like, that's kind of the vibe I get from this. So, that being said, though, like the additional parts to the story, I'm really interested in, because they've literally shown like, hey, we're adding more cutscenes, we're adding more mission briefs and things like that. Really interested in how much of that we get. And honestly, that's like the sauce that Mario 64, Star Fox 64 needs, because like a lot of it is like, boom, we tell you in the end, environmental storytelling through the levels and at the or beginning and then the end. But like seeing some more stuff get fleshed out in the middle could definitely enhance the game a lot. I hope it's not too much as well, because like the game is a gameplay ass game that you want to replay over and over and over. And if you're constantly just skipping cutscenes anyway, then like, what's the point?
Well, that's where I think the new like challenges system kind of come in, where like I think this is gonna be story heavy as shit. Like, they ended the direct with the prologue, which was like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. Dude, James with the stupid sunglasses, like, man, I love it so much.
It's like I don't think you've seen a game in a long time that like fully engages in a cut scene like that in a Nintendo game for this long, where it's like they didn't only add cutscenes to the game, they added a whole ass thing that wasn't even in the original game.
Yeah.
Before gameplay even begins. Like, what really surprised me is like, I thought they were gonna cut to playing as James McCloud. But that didn't happen. Because I was kind of thinking from like a Nintendo gameplay first perspective. But again, I don't think this is a gameplay first game. This is a narrative game with gameplay, much like most Western games are. Interesting. So that's what I think we're getting here. And I should also say, I think Star Fox is an is like a perfect Nintendo IP for this.
Yeah.
Again, like Star Fox is inspired by Star Wars, and I also think that this game kind of proves the point that I was making during the Mario Galaxy um discussion, which is that if they do a Star Fox movie, it's going to be more story focused. It's not going to be a roller coaster like the Mario movies are.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this game is showing that straightforward right now.
Do we think, because this is, I feel like this is not just a remake / reimagining. I think this is a reboot that we probably restart the franchise in. Like, can we?
100%.
And I know we said it before, but like getting this game, it only makes sense to actually make a sequel again. Like, I feel like this is probably the last time we see Star Fox 64 get remade like this.
I really
Unless the
hope
game
it
does
is.
poorly.
What'd you say?
Unless the game does poorly.
Well, I don't
and then
think
we're hearing it in 20 years.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's gonna do poorly. First of all, every Nintendo franchise that have come out on Switch has been the best-selling entry in the series, essentially, like most of them anyway.
Yeah.
So I think this is Star Fox Luigi's Mansion moment where like they released Luigi's Mansion 3. It was like, holy shit! We gotta put all the Luigi's Mansion games on the Switch right fucking now, you know? And that's what they did. And it's like what they're gonna do here is I think this is intentionally like, okay, we're rebooting it one more time. And I think it's funny that they position it as a remake of 64. Again, it is a remake of 64, but 64 is also a remake of the original. And I think they're trying to kind of get out of how many times they have remade this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
I mean, the fact that it's just called Star Fox is also
yeah,
bold. It's not Star Fox 64
exactly.
remake.
Like they are
Nothing. Like this is like
they're trying to reset the series, and I think they know that this has the highest chances of being a success that anything that Star Fox has had in a long time, and I think they are planning to make this a series. I mean,
Yeah.
let's be honest, like they're probably doing a Star Fox movie. And if you're doing a Star Fox movie, why not have a flourishing Star Fox game series? So, and the prospect of this makes me really excited because I really want to see just a proper fucking Star Fox sequel. Like every one of the sequels to Star Fox are like scuffed in some way.
Yeah.
Where it's like you have Assault, which is like good, but it has like weird parts to it, and like fairly uninteresting story. And they have Adventures, which is like mostly an escort mission, and us like essentially a Zelda game that I've tried multiple times, but you have almost nothing that makes it recognizably a Star Fox game. And then you got like Command, which is a cool game, a game that I really like, but it has some extremely whack choices that you can make in that game to bring the story to very weird situations where like some parts where like Falco goes and like becomes an alcoholic essentially.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Like,
man. So yeah, like going back here, doing it properly and like really focusing on the narrative, and then moving forward with an actual real like
canon.
yeah,
Basically.
real canon and a real sequel that is going to hopefully develop the game mechanics further, develop the level design further, and continue the story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like because that's the thing too is I've had discussions with people where I'm like, dude, I wish Star Fox would come back, and it's kind of like, well, it's like on the rail shooters not really the biggest thing anymore. It's not like maybe like it's a thing of the past or something, but like, dude, I don't know that I necessarily disagree or agree, because it is one of those games that you can complete in like an hour, and like, but it's infinitely replayable, all this and that's like, I wonder how much this expands into like a full game. But that being said, they're also charging $10 less for this, which I'm stoked about. Like, it's not a $70 title.
Digitally is $20 less.
Yeah, but I mean, even first party Nintendo games are 70 now, right?
Yeah, and it's 50 digitally.
Yeah. Wait, no. I thought it was 70, 60 digitally.
No, 50
Mario
digitally,
Kart
60.
Mario Kart was 80, but the rest of the games have been 70, I thought.
Yeah, but this one is 50 digitally, 60 physically.
That's what I'm saying. It's like $10 less than even like a new game.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I.
I
Yes,
think we're on the same page. Sorry.
yes, I'm saying the digital version is $20 cheaper.
Yes. Okay. Sorry. I'm only just comparing the most expensive version. But the fact that it is cheaper, like, dude, I can get behind that. Like, especially if we get a sequel, and it expands upon it and iterates. Like, at that point, like, I could totally see it being a full-fledged title. Like, I hope they do stay on the rail shooter. Like, give me new levels in the style of this. That's all we want. Like, we don't need it to be open world. We don't need to get on the fucking ground and run around as Star Fox and do Zelda puzzles. Like, bro, give me another on the rail shooter with this ragtag fucking space team. Like, that's what we want out of a sequel. Like, I hope that's the case. One thing that you did say was shit, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, they also mentioned, you talked about it earlier, Star Fox Adventures got name dropped here and shown, but not on the Switch 2 still. What's up with that?
Yeah, I think we're probably getting Star Fox Adventures at some point, and I hope this is the time where I actually get seriously play it, because there are defenders of this game, which like people have talked about like how it's like a genuinely good Zelda game. I've tried to play it multiple times and I just never really get into it. But I want to try it. I want to give it a chance.
Star Fox
This is-
Adventures feels like the game for people whose first experience with Fox was in Smash Bros. Because that's how I found out about it. It was like I've played Smash Bros. And then was like, I don't want to play an on-rail shooter. And then they were like, oh, here's a game where you can actually control Fox. And I was like, well, that sounds cool.
The fact that like we got a Star Fox Direct, like, now was the time to just put it on there. I feel like it's just kind of like man, that would have been the right moment. I don't know.
You got to save something for a Direct, though.
But like, we literally have a Star Fox Direct. You literally have the game cover there. We're talking about this game on GameCube, and all you have to do is just put it out there, and like, that could have tied us over for the month. It is awesome though that like we got this game announced, revealed, and it's coming out in basically a month. That's insane.
Is it awesome? Is it awesome though?
Yes.
Because like, hold on. Is it awesome though? Because May already the most packed month possible with video games. Like, absolutely insane about. Is it June? Oh, I thought it was end of May.
June 25th.
No, June 25th.
Oh,
Trust me, my son popped off, bro.
That's so much better. Oh man. Oh, you did say that. My bad. For some reason, I thought it was Mina's end of May. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So when is really Yacht Club is who I'm upset with.
When is Platoon Raiders coming out?
Isn't
that also
as well, or it's in June or July?
July. Okay, so this is their June game.
Okay.
Do they have a May game?
Yoshi.
Right.
Yeah.
And
have they had a game
consistent
each month?
about? Yeah, Tomodachi was April.
That's right. That's right. March. They had Tennis Fever in February.
Yeah. I don't know if they had the March game.
Oh, Pocopia, right?
Wasn't that February also?
There's no way to know. A couple other
Never
notes.
know.
Couple other notes because I know we've been talking about Star Fox for almost an hour. The music,
42 minutes. We're good. We're good. I'm keeping
holy
track.
shit!
Don't you worry.
Like, dude, remakes of this music is all I could ever ask for. I love the Star Fox 64 soundtrack. I like the crunchiness of the original sound font, but when Miyamoto was talking and they had the fucking little Star Fox March song, the 64 intro music, bro, I was tearing up. Like, that shit's about to pop off. I want that shit on vinyl. I want that shit in my chest. And then on another note,
All right, and there we go. Let's move on to our next topic.
well, real quick, another note is I got two more things. They showcase a lot of the different levels, and I think it's really cool that contextually it builds the Lilac system into a new light. And I know people are mad about it being a remake. I'm not at all. I think, again, Dennis, you said it before. We want this game to succeed. This is the best shot that we have at succeeding. It's like, remake the best Star Fox game in this new system, engine, art style, all that, whatever. That's the best chance it has to start the franchise rebooting. But that being said, like the level that Star Wolf comes in on the first one, I never interpreted that as like a crazy blizzard snow stage. I just like, for whatever in my head, it never really matched up. I thought it was just sandy or whatever. It's cool seeing the environment stuff that they're changing there, or just not really changing, but adding to and giving more context and just breathing more life into it. And then I'm super interested. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like super interested in the multiplayer stuff because that's something that like they had in the original, but adding online as an element and adding like a 4-on-4 like dogfight thing, dude, that could be like the shit. Like that might be the multiplayer game that like I get sucked into because like in aerial combat in like the all range mode in the Star Fox game multiplayer sounds fucking dope. Like imagine like us being a squad, like get Enrico or some get a fourth leggy Alex and like just clowning these fucks out because I'm gonna be a boss at this game. I can't wait.
Being able to share it with 3 other people is awesome too.
Yeah,
like
that's the fact that you could share it on Switch 1 as well is really interesting.
Yeah, it's very cool.
So it'll be a nice little family game.
They also released Mario Wonder, Super Mario Bros. Wonder Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus Meetup in Belleville Park.
You just wanted to say that title.
Yeah.
Man, I still haven't played Bella Bella. I need to. I really want to.
So wait,
what, Curly? You haven't played the Super Mario Bros. Wonder Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus Meetup in Belleville Park game for the Nintendo Switch 2 system?
I haven't played that game you just said. I'm not going to repeat it. But I'm hoping I can get like a squad, whether it's you guys or somebody, to regularly jump into this multiplayer because I think it could be really fun. The one thing that I'm worried about, the fact that it's only 3 stages, is kind of like is this like a light mode? But they also mentioned that there are different modes in it, like I guess probably just a standard like kill each other mode, who can kill the most enemies. It seems like a King of the Hill kind of thing too, so it could be really fun. I hope they have like a ranked mode is the only thing that I hope. Because I want to be on the top, be the very best Fox. Oh, I'm sorry, I keep rambling. But the character designs, just doubling back to it, I honestly think it's just Fox and Falco. Like Slippy and Peppy honestly look awesome.
Peppy looks weird too.
Peppy just looks like Peppy, bro.
I agree
I think it's Fox and Falco, and I wonder if it is because we've seen them in Smash for so long and because of the movie. Like, I feel like the movie is so much better of an art design for the character that, like, seeing this hurts it. Like, it is almost like shit, that was a good take right there. Whereas this one is like, I'm not sold on it yet, but I just, like, a month ago saw a new iteration of that art design and it fucking rips. Like, so it's just like I don't know.
Yeah, it's like with the Mario movie, it's like nobody really looks at the movie version of Mario and it's like that's the definitive version of Mario. But like when I saw the Star Fox design, it's like this is the definitive version of Star Fox.
That's the best one.
Yeah,
I agree. For all of them too. Like Falco looks badass in that. Peppy. Slippy always looks like a dumbass little bitch.
Was referring mostly to the 3D design of Fox in the movie.
Yeah, I
for
just
sure.
But,
even
yeah.
Obviously you can't do the movie design in a game, like, or at least
Why
not
not?
as well. But like, you already have a really good design for him in Smash. Like, why reinvent the wheel here at all? I know you said that we were going with like the puppet thing, but like,
Yeah,
why?
yeah. It is a choice. Like I don't think it was the right one, but like it does. Again, it seems like they really like got up their own ass about it. Like it's like, man, let's merge the Star Fox and Star Fox 64 into a new reboot reimagining, and that includes the weird puppets. That includes the name Star Fox, and like I don't know, it's a weird choice.
I also
I'm not
think
sold, but
like
yeah.
the best versions of the characters that we've seen in a video game is from that forgotten Ubisoft game, Starlink.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like they
Those
look
did look dope.
fantastic in that game.
Yeah.
Well,
one more thing. I'm sorry.
No, we gotta move.
Just
we gotta
real
move.
quick. Just real quick. The voices. Don't care for them. I didn't.
Yeah.
There's one thing that like. There's one thing that bothered me because I've played Star Fox 64 so much, and that game to me is so quotable that when you change the dialogue and voices, it just doesn't hit right. Like, there's something about the OG dialogue of like, hey Einstein, I'm on your side, and the fact that they changed the wording of stuff kind of bothers me a little bit. Where it's like, I get this as a reimagining, but you should have just kept the dialogue, the banter. At least note for note, word wise. Like you can add more for sure, but just downright changing it is disgraceful. I hate that.
Disgraceful.
Not a fan of that.
All right. Well, we'll have to wait until June 25th for that, right? That's the date.
Yep, June 25th.
But I'm sure we're all very excited. We're going to move on to our second topic of the night, which I'm sure these two will have equally as many things to say about as they did about Star Fox. Xbox is making good decisions, question mark, and kind of on a roll with good decisions lately. It's kind of weird. Xbox CEO Asha Sharma said Tuesday that the company will stop developing Copilot for consoles and begin winding down the mobile version. Was paired with a move that reorganized that brings in more Core AI veterans to the staff. She said Xbox will redirect AI work to solve player problems such as real-time graphic upgrades, better game discovery, and deeper personalization, pointing to features that run in the background rather than chat-style helpers. Sharma framed the reset as a way to ship faster, reduce friction for players and developers as Xbox works to steady a business that recently reported 4 revenue declines in 6 quarters and a 33% drop in hardware sales. So that was also reported was the fiscal sales. Again, don't understand if it's fiscal sales for Q3 of 2025 or 2026. Doesn't matter. Xbox sales are down. They're in the toilet. But Xbox seems to be kind of riding the ship early this year with the moves. I mean, it felt very doom and gloom from the jump with the Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond departures, and then Asha Sharma comes in, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is an AI
That's a
person
wrap,
taking the lead
yeah.
at Xbox." That's it. They're done, and it's been nothing but like decent stuff from them in the past two-ish months, right? And then we got the reports that Halo 2 and 3 remakes are on the way. Like, we don't have one yet, so like y'all were saying beforehand, we don't know if those are going to be good or not. But I mean, why not get some goodwill with games that people love? You know, I mean, maybe we're not getting the multiplayer side of Halo 1, but you are getting people are going to buy it, right? People are going to buy that game because it's the campaigns that they love, regardless.
Are
And
they
maybe
gonna
they do
buy it?
something with the multiplayer down the line.
It's going to be on Game
buy these
Pass.
games. I mean, people are going to play it. That's a good point. People are going to play these games regardless. The news, Dennis, resident Xbox hater number 1. I'm sure you're just steaming over there, just absolutely banging your fist on the table, like, I can't believe they're making all these good decisions. How are you feeling about the state of money Microsoft?
I don't
hate
just
when they
I
win.
don't just hate Microsoft for no reason. Well, okay, I do hate Microsoft, but I don't hate Xbox for no a particular reason. Like, the reason why I'm so negative on them is because they keep making those stupid decisions, and Asha Sharma has been making great decisions. And like,
Mhm.
back when they announced that she was taking over Xbox, it's like she was coming from the core AI team. And I think that was like, oh no, an AI executive is taking over Xbox. But like, she basically, what I've heard recently is that like she is famous for basically fixing Instacart, which she did from 2021 to 2024. I don't really know what Instacart is. We don't have that here. But then she was basically brought on to serve as the president of the core AI division. I assume because she did a really great job with Instacart. But I mean, who can fix an absolutely floundering industry of AI? So then she was brought to the Xbox team. And now she's bringing a bunch of her people from the core AI team over with her as well. We'll see how that goes, but I think I do as I looked up like her page on Wikipedia, and she was born in 1989, which means she's either 36 or 37 years old. And I do wonder if the fact that she is like fairly young relatively to most people that have these positions in the industry is helping a lot here with like being able to actually relate to what people want.
Yeah, it just seems like
that's a good point.
current moves just seems like they're just more like in touch with the fan base. Like I guess like Phil Spencer is a gamer, right? But like it, and I'm not saying that it's him or her necessarily, but it just seems like these decisions are more in line. It just seems like they're more like actually understanding what the community wants, the problems that the gaming community at large has with Xbox, and it seems like they're trying to correct that. And also, like I'm not sure how much of this is. It also feels like she has, you know, a pretty big shoes to fill, and also like already a bad look coming from an AI background on like this AI hateful gaming, you know, zeitgeist right now. So it feels like she does have to punch upward, and it seems like she is going out of her way to kind of prove herself, which is awesome. Like because it also, exactly like you said, her being younger makes it seems like she's just more in touch, like, and actually on base with like our issues, I guess, if that makes any sense. Like that's kind of how it comes off. Again, like
Yeah.
it's such a giant corporation, like who knows what actually is going on behind the scenes and
Exactly.
who's actually pulling the strings, but that's the way it comes off. Like it's cool.
Yeah, like
It still comes off with like a little bit of like we talking about, was Phil kind of out of touch with his audience, but it's still kind of, we talked about this last time. It feels like there's a little bit of like dissonance between what was happening during Phil's tenure and what's happening now. Like everybody's like, it almost feels like Phil's being scapegoated in a way, because like Phil was the brand. He was the face of Xbox more than anybody's ever been the face of any major publisher, probably ever. And he built up this brand to a point where Xbox was king of games for a good bit, and then they bought they bought ZeniMax, they bought Activision, and they weren't making enough money. And I feel like Microsoft stepped in and made all these changes, and Phil kind of had to take the brunt of the blame for it. And now maybe Microsoft, seeing those problems, is like, hey, well, Phil and Sarah are out, and we got to save face. Let's get back to our roots. And I mean, you see with the logo redesign, it's very much like a, hey, remember when Xbox was cool?
Yeah.
Xbox is
That's
cool again.
like that's what I kind of said on the last episode, which is like everything Asha Sharma's done since she started making decisions is like easy pickings, like low hanging
Yeah.
fruit. Like these are all things that like,
Lower Game Pass.
and like I also want to underscore the fact that into like she posted when she kind of was announced, like she posted in like this year that she had recently begun playing video games.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's a newbie and she is making
Yeah.
all the right decisions. Like that shows you really how it's not just us. Like this is low ass hanging fruit, you know.
Yeah.
Um
But
that anyone would,
it's low hanging
and
fruit for
I
sure.
I also think on the where I was gonna go with that is like I think why Phil Spencer is taking the heat for all of this is that he had Microsoft spend $69 billion. And I think that's a pretty fucking fair thing to take the blame for. That is the, again, that is the biggest corporate acquisition of all time.
You think Phil Spencer had the pull like that? Like he was like, hey, I need $69 billion to acquire.
Well, I
Is it an
think
Xbox Activision or
he
whatever?
probably I think he probably like bet his job and reputation on making this move. I think he believed in this move.
Yeah.
And it turns out, oh, it didn't work that well, and they kind of got fucked. And that's why he's out.
Interesting.
And I think Sarah Bond is out for that, or partly because of that disastrous This Is Xbox campaign. Probably other things as well. There are like reports that she was terrible to work with.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't really get to talk too much about the Game Pass stuff that was on the episode. I think I was out, but it is really interesting that being like one of those like, hey, everybody's back because the prices got raised. Guess what? They're lower again.
Mm.
But obviously, like, I think this is a way better strategy anyway. Of like, hey, don't raise it, just take Call of Duty out of it. Like,
Yeah.
it's like that solves the answer on like people got to buy Call of Duty again. One of the highest selling games ever. It's like nobody's really mad about that, as far as I know. Nobody's like, "Oh, I got my Xbox Game Pass. I should be able to get it." It's like, no, dude. People are still gonna buy COD. Like,
Yep.
it just makes sense, like to make Game Pass more niche, I guess. Like, we don't need that level of games on this service. Like, give us like a good collection like Nintendo and PlayStation do. Like, it would still be a good service. And like the fact that you have literally every first party is stupid. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, I do think
Agreed.
that's a way better strategy than saying like, hey, we're raising the price up by like 20%. It's like, or we could just take the one game out that everybody's gonna buy, and the cost effectiveness is actually balancing out. Like, I don't know. That was a great move. Whoever thought of that one.
Agreed. Do we think are they on the right course to dig themselves out of this hole that they're in terms of the console race is dead and done, but like the stigma around Xbox is still got a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. Do you think they have the sauce or the juice to dig themselves out of this hole?
I think they do.
Yeah. I think they've got so many good publishers now. Like, there's
Yeah.
like, well, not publishers, developers or whatever, teams, studios. Like, they're the possibilities. Like, like, I can't think of the right word, but like, dude, like they could absolutely dig themselves out with the right management. It's like Dennis said, it's like they made some dumbass decisions ever since the fucking TV thing. Like, it's just been just downhill ever since, and there's been some ups, but it's always just like trending down, and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a way out of it, sure.
I think in hindsight, like I think while we were in the Phil Spencer era, I think it looked like he was pulling Xbox back up again. after the initial Xbox One disaster. But I do think that in hindsight, it looks more like it's less like what's the name, Sisyphus rolling the stone
Mhm.
up the hill, and it's
Yeah.
more like preventing it from rolling down as fast as as fast as it would have. And I think Asha has the potential of bringing Xbox back to where it was. And I think the whole new strategy that they're doing with like essentially embracing PC gaming and like making uh PC games in the living room and competing with Valve on that front, like I think that is a really exciting new frontier for video games. And like all the data suggests that the youngins prefer PC and mobile games nowadays as opposed to console games. So, I mean, it kind of looks like that's where the industry is heading. Um, I think it makes sense.
I can vouch for that. Like it especially like the young adults nowadays. Like anytime I talk to them about gaming, every one of them play games on PC. Like it's hard for me to find people that are just console gamers anymore. I'm like, huh, I'm old. Cool.
How about that?
Yeah. When
Uh,
did that happen?
we'll wrap this one up. I want to ask this real quick though, because this is kind of circulating around the rumor mill as well. Games on releasing on PlayStation. I think there's rumors and speculation that Xbox is going to pull the plug on that here soon. Do y'all think that's likely? Do you think games will continue to release on PlayStation? Or do you think it's a mistake if they do pull the plug on it?
I think it's possible that they could pull the plug on it if if Asha Sharma believes that that's what they need to, because part of I think it really, as we kind of talked about last week, their strategy hasn't actually changed really at all. It's just that she's been picking the low hanging fruit um, to kind of change the perception. But I do think that one of the things that she has actually changed is ensuring that console is the bedrock of Xbox while still having all of these other options on top of it, like cloud, like mobile, like PC, like PlayStation.
ROG Ally X.
Rug ally. Yeah. Um, so with that in mind, because I think towards the end of the Spencer era there, I think they were going towards more of a situation where all of them are equal. Consoles equal to PC, equal to mobile, equal to cloud, equal to PlayStation. Um, while I think Sharma is bringing it back to console being at the bottom and holding up all the others. And if that is the case, I think that makes a lot more sense to not put games on PlayStation.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
consoles are live and breathe by their exclusives.
Yeah, but at the same time, they still have to make $69 billion.
Yeah.
And you do that by
Yeah.
making money and not by selling subsidized subscriptions.
Yeah.
So I think it's still likely that games will still come out on PlayStation. There will probably still be delayed releases, I think.
Yeah.
They'll probably still go there.
I like
Okay.
the idea of them continuing to release there, just because like I don't know, I'm almost of the ilk of like kind of do just wish Xbox would just be a publisher at this point, just a really huge badass one. I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at with it. Like I like my Xbox, but like I don't think I'm gonna buy the next one. But like I barely want to buy the next PlayStation, like because like I feel like I barely get games for that motherfucker. Like I don't know. I don't even want to be a PC gamer, but at this point I'm like, man, I guess I could just do that.
Look,
Like,
it was looking for a minute like we were about to be able to just, hey, you could just have one thing and you,
Yeah,
and you
no.
can be good to go. And now PlayStation's like, nope, sorry, PC guys, we're
Yeah.
taking them back.
And I totally get why they're doing that. It's just I was kind of more open to the idea of like maybe I do just want a PC game and just have that be the platform since everything comes to it anyway. And then Sony was like, no, they're not. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
guess I'll spend
Like,
spend $800 to $1,000 on the next one.
yeah, they were like, we
That,
heard
that
you,
Steam
and that's why
box.
we're stopping.
Exactly. Yeah,
That Steam box or whatever it's called was looking real nice for a
Steam
second
Machine.
yeah.
there.
I mean, Steam Machine
Steam
still
Machine,
looks real good in my opinion.
yeah.
Also, on that point,
Yeah.
on that point, the Steam controller released this week. I missed it.
Nice. How could you? You were so
No!
excited.
I know. You know what happened?
No.
I had a reminder. It didn't go off.
That sucks, man. You were the most
just
stoked
didn't
I've seen
happen.
anyone about this thing.
Yeah, it just didn't happen. And like I realized it like 2 hours later, and I was like, ah. And I like rushed to the Steam page, and it was out of stock. And then I like looked it up. I think at the time I was like watching a TV show, so I was like not kind of checking up on stuff. But I looked at like my notifications on my phone, and it was just not there, so it just didn't remind me.
Wow.
And
Dude.
yeah, it was fucked. So like now I'm sitting here, like I went to eBay to, not that I was ever pay a scalper, but like they're at like $200 or whatever, $200-$300. Absolutely insane. Also, I thought it was against eBay's terms of service to release to sell pre-orders. So I don't know how these are still there. Like they changed this like a year ago or something like that. So yeah, I don't know how these are up. Because it was like around the PS5 Pro release. I remember Enrico being really on that and like reporting people for scalping the PS5 Pro. So yeah, but yeah, that was really sad.
That sucks. Speaking of controllers, we didn't even talk about Star Fox control schemes, y'all. That we can play with that N64 controller. Come on, babies, let's go. The mouse mode, come on, man.
We gotta keep going. We'll talk about Star Fox another time.
That multiplayer idea where you have the flyer and the gunner. That's what I'm talking about, Mario Wonder. Get fucked. Your multiplayer sucks.
And with that, we will move on to our last topic of the evening or night, whatever it is. Morning for Dennis. Final Fantasy VII Part 3. New updates from the director Naoki Hamaguchi from comicbook.com. In an interview with the director. I'm unable to share concrete details at this time. He said in an interview, what I can say is that development itself is proceeding on time and on schedule. We believe it will become a title we can deliver with confidence at the culmination of the trilogy. We know many fans are eagerly awaiting. Preparations toward the announcement are still underway. Please look forward to it just a little longer. He continued on to say, the series isn't about rehashing the same gameplay just because it's a remake. He said, I consider this a project where we've pushed ourselves to ask how much further can we expand the experience with each new entry. For the third installment, we're not thinking about simply wrapping up everything we've built until this point. Rather, we're focused on how the full scale of the series we've been aiming for could ultimately be realized as a complete experience. So there sounds like what we've, like, I guess what people we're wondering is this just going to be the culmination of the series, or are they going to expand this experience even further? Which people have, I guess, already upset that they've milked the Final Fantasy VII IP in general. This is okay. So in another interview, side interview, I didn't include in my blurb. He said that he has now played through the game 40 separate times, and the game is finished. They are just now polishing. Which means we're probably getting a trailer this year. I would wager Summer Games Fest
before Kingdom Hearts.
Shut up! We're moving on. We don't know that.
Wait, haven't they?
Kingdom Hearts can still release this year.
Haven't they released? It seems like they're gonna release all 3 of the remakes before, like between Kingdom Hearts 3 and 4. Or did
3 was 2019, and part 1 was 2020. So yeah,
That's crazy, dude. That is crazy.
it's pretty wild. I look, it firmly falls into Nomura's lap because he was the director on part 1. He's the guy for Kingdom Hearts.
Guy.
And I think he's not the director for parts 2 and 3. That's Hamaguchi, but he is heavily involved. So it sounds like this game is well on its way, and they're going to hit that. I think they're going to hit the 30-year anniversary next year is going to be the target window for the game.
Makes too much
makes
sense.
I'm kind of excited that they sort of tease out like, yo, this is not just wrap up. This is a culmination of what it could have been the whole time. Like, I'm very interested in what that means combat wise, because like from remake to rebirth, there was a lot of just advancements, even though like iterative. But like I don't. This is all speculation, right? But like, there's even like potentially like some new characters that we didn't even get in the original game. Like, I don't know. Be very interested in seeing that. But yeah, I mean, we do have new characters already that we know we're gonna get to play as. But very interested.
Dennis,
It's Final Fantasy 7.
It's gonna be a good time.
That'd be good. I mean, I hope it's not. I hope it's not unnecessarily long like Rebirth was.
don't do this. We don't have to do this right now.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Look, for what they're saying here, you know,
he played it 40 times.
That's true. It's not just the culmination of the story. They're looking to see how they can expand the experience. Look, they're sending this thing off right. We're looking. This is like 150 hours worth of playtime, right? I can see it. I can feel it in my bones.
Man, I really did love Rebirth, but yeah, just trim it up a little bit. Just trim it up a little bit. I'd be happy.
Clip, clip, clip.
Double down.
Double down. Snap.
Make it longer. Give us more. Throw in that Dirge of Service DLC. You know what I'm saying?
I really hope they do a Dirge of Cerberus remake.
Yeah.
Same.
I think that could be really cool, especially with like modern third-person shooter mechanics, because like it's very PS2 third-person shooter, which is like jank AF. Also, that game is like unfortunately extremely hard to emulate, apparently. So, like, you know, why don't we go ahead and remake that, maybe?
On another FF7 news update, apparently the Rebirth Switch 2 version has been play tested with caps at 30 frames per second and some very noticeable resolution trade-offs. So it'll be interesting to see if the third one launches like day and date on Switch 2.
I don't think so.
There's no shot. Yeah, there's no shot. The fact that they're putting Rebirth, yeah, I don't think so. Not day and date. The fact that they're putting Rebirth on there at all is already just like you are. Okay, we'll see. Remake looks incredible on the Switch. Like it's insane that runs as well as this does. Like seeing Rebirth though is just a whole different ball of wax with it being so open and so giant. Like, I don't know.
I think Remake 3 will be multi-platform on release, but it's not gonna be on Switch 2 on release.
Interesting.
Just because they just need more work to.
You think it's coming out on Xbox on release, or is it?
Yeah,
PlayStation,
I think
PC?
it's gonna be PlayStation, PC, Xbox, Switch 2.
Did they ever
later?
I know they're doing the Switch version. Is it also on Xbox?
It's the version that's coming out is Xbox and Switch.
Okay, that totally makes sense in that case. Well, I could also see them do the year of exclusivity I don't know.
Well, I
I
mean,
can see that.
I don't.
Square
Enix
was
is
like
very
all
much
about
out of the exclusivity camp.
yeah, they were
Okay, good.
all about
Yeah.
like our
I
games
hate
don't
timed exclusive.
sell. We don't make any money. It's like fuck you. Of course you do. You just have
Yeah.
extremely high expectations. Like we have
Dude,
to
we
make
see the
more
numbers.
money.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
uh,
I hate timed exclusives. Like I'm fine if you're gonna stand that ground and be an exclusive, but like I don't know, it's just kind of dumb.
Like
it was weird.
I remember back when they released the Final Fantasy 16 and they were like, oh, shucks, it is not selling well. It's like, dude, 1 in every 60 people that have a PS5 bought this game. What are you talking about? It's selling like hotcakes, dude.
So things are shaping up pretty nicely. Do we think we see this game at Games Fest? We got dates for that today as well, or this week, June 5th through the 8th. Y'all think
if we
y'all think we're
don't
getting a trailer?
if we don't get it there, we're definitely getting a Game Awards.
Okay, so we definitely. I agree with that. I think we definitely see it. This
Game
year.
Awards would be a really perfect time, I think. Like, what is more like at the center of gaming culture than Final Fantasy 7? Like that's the kind of like perfect hype shit that Jeff looks
That's
for.
how you end a show. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What about Gamescom? Gamescom kind of popped off last year. We could maybe.
I doubt it there.
Yeah.
Yet, I mean, like Summer Games Fest, I wouldn't be surprised if it showed there. I feel like Rebirth had a good showing at Summer Games Fest, if I recall correctly.
See, what's probably more likely is we're gonna get the part 3 at Game Awards, and we're gonna get Kingdom Hearts 4.
Guy. That's fucking guy.
You gotta let it go, man. That shit ain't happening.
It's gotta happen, dude. It's gotta happen, dude. It has to. They have. Like, there's no way they could get lapped 3 times by Final Fantasy 7. They can't keep getting away with this.
Right, it's just huffing hopium.
Like
they can't keep doing this.
It's 2019, man. It's been almost 7 years.
I told you this when they announced it, bro. You didn't listen.
Why did they announce it? Why did they show us this?
That's what they do with Kingdom Hearts, man. They do this every time.
But we usually get games in the middle. We usually get things to hold our time.
We don't get those anymore.
We haven't got anything. They killed both of the mobile games. They killed the other mobile game that they were planning. They gave us
Melody
of Memories, and then what happened, man? What could have been?
What could have been? I want a Chrono Trigger remake.
That Square's been very quiet.
Yeah.
Right? All right. Well, that's going to do it for our topics tonight. We're going to move on to, unless anybody's got any closing thoughts on Final Fantasy 7, Xbox, or Star Fox.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say we should do a review of Star Fox with the face stuff.
Okay, I'm down for that.
I don't know. Can you just like I interpret it as like the game chat? You could do that. Can you just have like
we would record it in game chat.
Okay, God, man, that's gonna look like shit, but I'm down. It's gonna look like complete dog ass.
It's gonna be awesome. Like reviewing the game.
Bro, we're basically gonna be VTubers. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. That would be sick.
I'm very interested in just trying the multiplayer in general, but that game chat, man. Every time Nintendo pushes it and I look at it, I'm like, oof, I'm not using that. But I'm going to use it with you guys just for the goofs.
Yeah.
Worth noting as well is that this game, the Star Fox game was rumored alongside the Ocarina of Time remake. So this certainly gives credence to that rumor.
And you know what's funny is like that initial rumor put this down as an original Star Fox game, not as a 64 remake. So it would be really interesting that two giant tent poles for Nintendo's year are remakes. Not that I'm
Yeah.
against it. It is just very interesting kind of strategy for them. Ocarina of Time remake, I'm letting y'all know now. When I see that trailer, I'm probably going to be in real man tears. I'm going to be a blubbering mess. Like, I'm just going to let y'all know now. That's going to be insane.
You're just gonna die immediately.
I might. That's like if I had like a wish list for Nintendo to give me just anything, because I already got a dope ass 3D Donkey Kong game. It's just like all I want now is just a Ocarina of Time remake. That's all I want.
How would you feel
That's all he's ever
if?
wanted.
Well, how do you feel like you know they do a Nintendo Today thing? They do a Zelda Direct and they show off the Ocarina of Time remake, and they're like, "We have done as you said. We hired that guy." And they just hired Krysen X from YouTube and was like, it's just his Unreal Engine remake of Ocarina of Time. Here you
Oh,
go.
God.
This is what you asked for, you fucking idiots.
I would still
Like
buy it.
Koizumi speaks English for once, and like, this is what you asked for, you fucking idiots. And that's then it just cuts to
Bro,
gameplay
you should
of
make a video of that. Oh my god.
All right,
Um,
fellas.
Yeah.
With that, let's move on to the final matter of the podcast. We're going to move on to our week or bi-weekly episode of Video Game 20 Questions. We are nearing the end of this. At some point, we're going to schedule this this tournament style finale. But as the point stand for people who don't know, we play this at the end of every episode of Famipod. One person picks a game, and the other two have to guess it. If they get stumped, then the person who picked the game gets a point. Current standings: Curly and Dennis at 3 points apiece, and me at the bottom with a lonely one. And our guest spot, Mr. Enrico, got himself on the board last week or 2 weeks ago.
What was his game?
It was an indie, right? It was
Vampire Survivors.
Trick question, jackasses. You should have said go watch the episode.
So this is my week. I have my game selected. I have it pulled up. Gentlemen, please hide your chats. With I'll give you a couple seconds to get situated. And with that, let's let the questioning commence. Who's first? Oh wait, let me share the thing.
Has this game come out within the past 20 years? Originally released.
And you just frame it the way we always frame it.
It's more fun this way.
Oh my god.
So did this game release in the last 20 years is what you're asking?
Yep. Like the original release of it. Okay. So 2006 and before.
So it came out before 2006.
Which, Dennis, what consoles are those? Because you know I'm bad with years.
I mean, 2006 is like around the time when 360, PS3, and Wii came out.
Okay, cool.
360 came out in 2005. PS3 came out in 2006. Wii also 2006, I think.
It's probably safe to say it's not on the PS3. A launch title is not very likely.
Can we get a clarifying question on the 20 years thing? Is this 2006 inclusive?
Last 20 years, bro.
last 20 years. So the way he framed the question is, was it released after May 6th,
Okay.
2006?
Okay, so it could still be early 2006. Um, is this
We're at
game?
question number 2, guys. Let's go.
Is this console exclusive?
No, this is not a console exclusive.
Not a console exclusive, huh? Okay. You play as a human in this game?
No. Well, yes, but yes. I'll say yes.
Okay, weird.
Yes, but
Yes, but unless that's like a multi-character situation.
could be. Considering this was not released in the last 20 years, I highly doubt that this is an indie game.
Good point. Yeah.
So it's probably a publisher game.
Multi-plat as well. Or at least not a console exclusive. We don't even know if it could be PC game technically, or
Also, like I didn't ask it this way, but like I meant originally a console exclusive.
Yeah, you didn't ask that. That's crazy.
No affordance from Ryan.
Well, I mean, that is like a Skylar and Plex situation where it's like it's not very common for it to not be console exclusive. Oh wait, no. No, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, we should have asked it that way. I had it backwards where I was like, games don't go exclusive usually after the fact or lose exclusivity. Or I don't know what I'm thinking, man. My brain hurts. We're on question 4. Whose turn is it?
It's my turn.
Okay.
Is this a handheld game originally?
No.
Also, I feel like it should just be standard, like if you're asking questions like these, that we are assuming the original game.
What?
Like when you ask, like, is it a console exclusive? Like we are talking about the original release.
Y'all have gotten us on so many technicalities with questioning. I don't want to hear that nonsense one bit. One bit with the Hades nonsense and the human crap. Like
he's literally a god. All right.
Do we know that? Is this a game that you think we would know? And it's freaking Lego Racers. I don't know. No, we're not doing that. I'm not.
He's literally a god.
Ryan's extremely salty because he's picked really easy things like Dirge of Cerberus.
Oh, I picked games in accordance with the gentleman's agreement. And y'all.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that y'all didn't know what the fuck Hades or Luminous was. Fucking jackass.
Maybe I'm not talking about you. Maybe I'm talking about the person that's asking for clarifying questions.
You threw my game as an example, you fuck.
Well, that's because of the way you answered the question.
You stupid. Was this playable on a Nintendo?
Yes.
Cool.
That's how you ask the question.
Ryan's gonna interpret
was
that as
playable
like
on a Nintendo.
He's gonna interpret that as like, well, you know, Back in the 90s, all consoles were called Nintendos.
Now that helps me just because like that at least frames multiplat. It's not handheld,
Should
so we
we
know that it's got to be. It's I mean on GameCube or SNES or NES.
since we know it's not a handheld game, that excludes like Game Boy Advance and DS. So I think a very fitting question would be if this is a 3D era game, because that places us firmly in either N64 or GameCube or SNES and
Yeah,
NES.
yeah, I like it.
Okay, so was this originally released during the 3D era? And that doesn't mean this game is 3D.
This game was released during the 3D era.
Okay. Hmm.
Star Fox 64. It's gonna be Stairfax temperatures.
The fact that it was playable on Nintendo during the 3D era, there's not like a lot of multi-plat stuff on the GameCube. No, there was Resident Evil, there was Mortal Kombat's. Uh, hmm. Okay, fuck it. Was this playable on the Nintendo GameCube?
Yes.
Okay.
A multi-plat GameCube era title.
Mm-hmm. Then you sort of play as a human, but
Oh,
Should we try to maybe we should just move on to genre instead of try to figure out what other platforms it was on.
yeah, I'm down for that.
Maybe a good question would be, was this marketed as a GameCube title? Or like was this like a GameCube? Is this game like heavily associated with the GameCube? Or do we think that's not necessary?
I don't know that that would help me necessarily, just because like I don't know that any third party except for Resident Evil would be associated heavily with GameCube. That's not first party.
Dude, if this
Maybe
is
like a
Resident
Beautiful
Evil
Joe.
4, if this is fucking Resident Evil 4, then I don't know
Yeah.
if Ryan has any hope of ever
Well,
winning this
you
game.
definitively play as a human in that game, though.
Yeah.
Well, what about Beautiful Joe? What do we think about that?
Maybe.
Something like that, but I feel like Ryan doesn't really know that game.
I don't know that game so much.
Oh, it's dope. Like you're definitely a human,
Beautiful
but
Joe.
I've never played it.
You don't know ball, bro. Is it your turn? In my opinion, I would like to know if this is like a violent game, like it, or like is this like more family friendly, or like what are we looking at there? That's kind of where my brain wants to go.
Yeah, maybe we should ask if this is like on the higher end of the H rating scale.
Yeah.
Is this game like more violent, like higher up on the H rating scale?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How do you want me to phrase that? It's higher up.
What are the ratings that you have
rating
in
scale.
America now again? It's
ESRB.
T
Yeah,
and M are the.
TM and then A for like the porn.
I would say, is this a T or an M game? Rated.
This feels like a different question.
I mean, it was higher up on the rating scale, so I'm just
Right.
defining
So I'm not clarifying. I'm not clarifying it down to 2
I'm
letters.
defining it because you asked me to define it.
After I already answered the question.
So I take this as this could be an M-rated game,
Yeah.
because otherwise, if it was a T-rated game, he probably wouldn't be such an ass about it, because it would still be true.
Is this a franchise?
I'm gonna need to ask a clarifying question. What constitutes a franchise in y'all's mind?
This
in my
game
mind,
has
does it
multiple
have
entries.
sequels? Yeah.
This game has multiple entries, or
yes.
is a part of a franchise outside of video games.
Yeah. Well, no, that would be. I would say that that's more like a license question.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's a game that has multiple entries. This is either a sequel to something, or this game has sequels.
So the way that he wanted clarification, I wonder if this is like a spin-off of a ongoing franchise or something.
No, I think this is a situation based on his question. I think this is a situation where this might only have one other game in the series.
Okay. Oh, I see what you mean. What if it is Beautiful Joe? I think it only had 2. I gotta get off of Beautiful Joe. I mean, it's not like high rated up, but it is violent. You're kicking and punching a lot of motherfuckers. It can't be Resident Evil. That's clearly part of a franchise. Can't be Mortal Kombat because that's clearly part of a franchise. What else was I playing on my GameCube third party? Nothing. It was all first party in those 2 games. Power Stone? That was on GameCube and Dreamcast, I think. Ooh, what if it's I'm such an idiot because we just went over the rating scale. I was about to say, what if it's Sonic Adventure Battle?
Rated M Sonic game sounds incredible.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. I'm gonna stop thinking about GameCube and just think of games that would have been on PS2 as well.
You have 10 questions and a guess.
Yeah. What you got, Dennis?
We try to nail down genre.
Sure, I'm down for it.
Should we like ask if this is a shooter or has shooting element?
Yeah, I mean, if it's rated M, it's got to have some kind of violence. We need to know if it's like a swordy or if it's like a shooty, punchy. Like we need to know that for sure.
Is this a shooter or has shooter elements?
I would not classify this game as a shooter.
Okay.
Okay, so you can probably shoot, but it's not like a main thing that you can do in the game.
Did the one of the Metal Gears, wasn't there like a spin-off where you're sorting a lot?
Sorting? Also, like
Yeah.
none of those are multi-platform.
Wild.
None of those were
Okay.
like multi-platform at the time of release.
I thought one of them came to GameCube. No?
Yeah, but that was only on GameCube.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Twin Snakes is exclusive to GameCube.
Gotcha. It can't be that? No, because it's only on GameCube. You just said that. Okay. What's the one that I'm thinking of where it's swordy as hell?
Rising with Vengeance.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's a PS3 era game.
Yeah.
It's a platinum game, right?
Yeah.
I guess like you playing this game in like a third person perspective?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, don't get too caught up on that. I'll say it is a third person perspective. That's my only tip of the cat, or like little nod to.
Would just a clarifier, would you count like playing Mario a third person because you're side scrolling and you're technically outside the body of Mario?
Yes, I would.
Okay. So potentially we could be dealing with like a 2D thing still.
Should we ask if this is 2D or 3D?
Maybe.
Should
But
we
like
do the,
we could run into like it's a 2.5D
do we
and
wanna
it would still be like a maybe we just rule out if it's a platformer like instead.
do we wanna
guess.
ask if this game features 3D graphics?
Yeah, well, man. What game on GameCube didn't have fucking 3D graphics?
I know.
Like even Beautiful Joe was
In this
had 3D
era,
elements. I'm stuck
in
on
this
fucking
era, in this era, you didn't really have a lot of actual 2D games. They kind of came
Yeah.
back with the indie boom.
Yeah. But I mean the fact that it's not that he tripped up on third person.
Yeah.
What if
I'm thinking like, what if it's like first and third person in some way?
should we rule out the well, I don't know why I said that. Should we focus back on the you kind of play as a human but like should we ask if you're playing as multiple characters or is there a party or like what's that about? What's a
I'm
game that
kind
you're
of
swapping characters? Is it like a fighting game maybe?
I haven't played this game, but this is kind of what came to mind, which is Beyond Good and Evil, which
Yeah.
is a multi-platform game.
Hmm.
But I don't think that's like a mature rated game.
I think it probably is, but I don't know. I never played it, but very beloved game. It's Ubisoft, right?
Yeah. I think back when they were still called Ubi Space Soft.
Oh. And you do play as like a pig, or I know there's animal characters or something.
Mm.
I just know the pig.
I think you play as like the woman, but there are like companion characters or whatever. There are animals.
I'm trying
It's
to think
Animal
more
Crossing.
Ryan's realm though. Like, what was Ryan playing on this? Like, Ryan's a big RPG guy during this era. Like, are there any RPGs that you can think of? Should we ask if it is one?
I guess. Should we clarify if this is a mature rated game?
No, I feel like that at this point we know it's at least higher up on that scale.
Mm. I guess we can ask if this is an RPG.
Sure. Is this an RPG?
Of a sort.
Okay.
And that's giving you a little more than I would like to, but I don't
Sure.
want to. If I say yes, it's an RPG, I feel like it's going to lead you down a rabbit hole.
Okay.
This is such a contrast to how when we were playing with Enrico last week. He gave us so many freebies. It's crazy. And Ryan is like, no, fuck you.
That was absolutely a helpful way to answer that question.
Sort of an RPG. I don't
I
really
where to
know
go
what
from
that
here.
means in this era because it's like it wasn't until later where everything became an RPG to some extent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could be not this, but like a Kingdom Hearts game. It's like an action game, but it's still an RPG. I don't know.
I think if you wrap your head around like because if I answer yes to that question, then you're going to think of traditional RPGs. And I'm trying to make like say like, hey, it's this is not a traditional RPG. No.
You know, I wonder if we should ask if it's licensed, because there were a lot of licensed games in this time period. Because as he's saying that, I'm thinking of like, what are some RPG games that weren't RPGs? And I'm like thinking of like the Lord of the Rings games were some.
Yeah, sure. Let's see that. Is this a licensed game?
This is.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe that's why it was hung up on the franchise thing then.
Yeah. Maybe we go Lord of the Rings route? Because I mean, well, no, you definitely play as a human. Well, they might be elves. I don't know. Lord of the Rings, Wolverine, like Marvel characters. There's a bunch of superhero games, but sort of an RPG. The only thing that I can really think of is like I can't get off of Lord of the Rings. Maybe we ask if it's fantasy or if it's based on books versus like movies or something like that.
I think let's ask if it's a fantasy game. Or like,
Is this fantasy game?
It's a fantasy game. No, what?
Fantasy in the style of what we're talking about, like
medieval fantasy.
Medieval fantasy, elves, dragon kind of.
Okay, so it's certainly a modern fantasy or like a fantasy game in a different era.
Because like technically you could fantasize about being a superhero.
I mean, there are like contemporary fantasy games like Final Fantasy 15 or something like that.
Ultimate Alliance, was that on GameCube?
I feel like it's kind of a stretch to call superhero stuff fantasy.
Oh, I was being stupid when I said that.
Yeah. I mean, could we get that as a clarifying question? If this was a superhero game, would you have even considered for a second that it's a fantasy game?
Rephrase. Like what do you mean?
If this was like Marvel Ultimate Alliance or something, would you even for a second have entertained the thought that that's a fantasy game?
I mean, probably. I mean, superheroes have fantastical elements to them.
That's wild to me. I would have been immediately like, no, of course not.
All right, so our options could be a Star Wars, could be a superhero-esque. Batman had a lot of games, Spider-Man had a lot of games.
My favorite fantasy movie, the original Iron Man.
And what else? Ninja Turtles, trying to think of like what TV shows around then. I can't really think of any. What if this is a fucking... Oh no, that's dumb. That doesn't make sense. I was just about to say, what if this is like a Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune or some dumb shit? But that's definitely not on the, the rating scale.
It's also higher up.
You kind of play as a human.
You know, it's also higher up on the rating, so it's probably not something like TMNT.
Yeah.
It's probably like related to a movie or something.
What about... I only played this on the Dreamcast, and I don't know if it went to GameCube, but the Star Wars games where you're mostly vehicular.
Mostly vehicled.
Yeah. It was like not the pod racing, but it was like a kind of battle in ships kind of deal.
Dude,
You would play as different characters.
I know I'm like the Star Wars guy. I do not know anything about the Star Wars games of this period.
Well, Star Wars is also fantasy, right? Is that? I don't know.
I would call it space fantasy.
Yeah,
That's kind
I
of
don't
what the
know if
space
fantasy. I
opera.
don't know what fantasy is. I guess.
People call it sci-fi, but Star Wars is not sci-fi.
All right, Dennis. I need you to reel me in here. Ask a banger ass question because I've got nothing coming to mind.
Is this
I know.
game generally considered to be a banger?
Clarifying question: what would you consider a banger?
Um,
It's mostly vibes, man. Come on.
like, is this game do people consider this game to be really good, or is it more like it was a game, or like maybe
this game was critically and publicly well received.
This based off a comic book.
Yes.
Okay.
maybe it is like a Marvel DC thing.
Yeah.
So
I know
what
he was.
were some like superhero games of the time?
Bro, I don't know. I know there was like Batman animated series games, but like there's no question you play as a human in that, and also not up on the rating scale as far as I know. Uh,
Oh, I
mm,
just scared the crap out of myself. This pole is like right in my like line of sight as I turn around. I didn't realize it was there.
Could I get
Three
a
questions and yes.
clarifying question on
Oh
on the
my
last one?
goodness, this guy with the clarifying questions.
So let's say this is like related to a movie adaptation of a comic book. Would you still say it's like based off a comic book?
Yes, I would.
Okay. So it could still be like kind of like a movie tie-in or something like that, which
yeah.
were very common
Um,
around this time. They're not usually critically acclaimed. What if this is
True.
like what if this is like that like the Riddick game or whatever the people goon about?
People do really love that. I don't. I thought this was a PlayStation exclusive, but I very well could be wrong.
I'm pretty
And
sure
Vin Diesel.
those games came to Xbox,
Okay.
but I'm not sure if they were on GameCube.
I don't know if he's human, so maybe that is
He is Vin Diesel.
it. I don't know that that's based off a comic book though.
Yeah, me neither.
I think that I know the movie Pitch Black, but I didn't watch Chronicles of Riddick. Ask away, Dennis. It's your turn.
Yeah, I have no idea,
Actually,
dude.
it's not. It's currently starting.
I asked off a comic book.
I thought Dennis asked off a comic book.
No, I just asked a
No.
clarifying question.
At some point, y'all went out of turn because
Yeah, I mean that always
Dennis was
happens.
asking all the even based questions.
It always happens.
Well,
Unacceptable.
it's
Game over.
because we suggest questions to each other. But I don't have anything right now that I even can.
Should
I
we?
mean, I'd still like to know like what you're doing action wise. Like, are you punching a lot? Are you stabbing a lot? Are you using superpowers now, or like I don't really know where to go. The rating things got me tripped up. Like I don't know. Comic books usually are going to be kid friendly for the most part.
I mean, there are some more adult comics.
I don't mean games for them though. Like, this is after the big like Marvel boom. Like, I mean, before the big Marvel boom. Like, we're not looking at Deadpool's or.
Is there like a Watchmen game or?
I don't think so.
Also, that movie came out in like 2009 or something. I don't know when the comic came out.
The comic would be time accurate, but I don't think that they would have made the game before the movie.
Let's try to nail down the content
franchise
of the game.
too. Like, it had more than one game. What the hell? Oh, damn. I wonder if he took the franchise as in, so like, for example, Spider-Man had games in multiple eras, but this is potentially a one-off. You know what I mean? But since it's had other entries, it's not necessarily the same. Shit. Yeah, I don't know. Just guess something.
There's still 3 questions left.
We could ask if you play as multiple characters to rule that out.
Yes, I don't know what that. I feel like we need to ask about like what you actually do in the game, like you said before.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with either of those. I'm just trying to move along.
Do we want to ask if this is like mainly like a melee combat game?
Sure, that works for me.
Is this mainly like a melee combat game?
It's
Bro, if this is not a shooter or a melee combat game, then what the fuck is this game?
I would say melee combat is a primary focus. Yes.
Dude, I'm kind of wondering if this is something like GTA kind of situation. Was there like any licensed games that copy GTA?
There's the 50 Cent one.
That's not
But I
based on
don't think that was a comic book.
Has Chaz figured anything out?
No. Diego made a really poignant comment though after you said that how many hints Enrico gave you. He said, and this time y'all are closer to an answer instead of spending half of your questions on Game Awards questions and getting nowhere.
Fuck it, I'm asking it. You playing as multiple characters in this journey?
Yes.
Okay. You can play as multiple characters.
One question and a guess.
This seems like an X-Men style game or some kind of Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Is this like X-Men Origins Wolverine?
I feel like this is too early for that, but it could be an X-Men game.
When the fuck did X-Men Origins was that a PS3 era title?
I'm not sure.
When did Origins come out? Like, when did the first X-Men come out? Was like 2000 or something like that?
But in that game, aren't you forced to play as Logan the whole time?
Maybe.
That's why I'm like, if it's an X-Men game, it's got to be one of those generic like ones that like you can swap characters. It could be one of those like games where, Ultimate Alliance style, where it has a little circle around and you can toggle
Yeah.
between them like a Lego game or something.
X-Men Origins
That's
of
what's
Wolverine is like the only licensed X-Men game that I know. And I know it's like generally well, it's well liked.
yeah.
Like if we don't get any closer, that's what I would guess. But I don't know when it came out because I don't remember when X-Men Origins came out. I think it's too late because I think X-Men 3 is like 2007 or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think this is Origins.
Mm.
That seems. I remember seeing that as like a young adult. We could just, I don't know, give up.
I mean, we can't just give up. We gotta guess
I think
something.
we could ask if it's a fucking X-Men game, or we could ask if it's a Spidey. If it's we could ask, the fact that it's multiple characters, though, you can't really say it. Like I was thinking, like, do we have a secret identity or some dumb shit?
Mm.
Sort of an RPG.
Do we want to ask if it's a superhero game?
Yeah, I feel like no matter what, we're not getting this one, so I don't see why not. Because like I don't have any superhero games in the chamber, but I also don't have any idea what this would be except for like one of those generic X-Men like champion style game. Like I can't even think of what.
Is this a superhero game?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any reason why this is not Ultimate Alliance? Like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I think this is probably X-Men. Something X-Men. If not Marvel's Ultimate Alliance, but like I don't think the Ultimate Alliance games ticked up on the rating scale, but
yeah, that's
also
what
I have
I'm
no
thinking
idea. Also very clearly part of a franchise. I think this is a dude, I don't know. The best guess I've got is some X-Men game.
I don't think that's specific enough.
Yeah.
So I would go with Marvel Ultimate Alliance in that case. When was the first Ultimate Alliance game?
Bro,
was that during this era or was it earlier?
No clue at all. I know they had 3 of them, Johns. One of them was on the Switch.
Yeah.
I want to say 2 was on the PS3
hold
era.
on. I think both of them are in the PS3 era.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be Ultimate Alliance.
What other games do you play as multiple characters that's superhero?
Dude, I don't know. I didn't play licensed games this time. I was playing like Sly Cooper. Maybe we just say fucking X-Men.
Sure.
Do we just do that, I guess?
Yeah, I'm down. Like
yeah.
I give up.
Generic X-Men game.
Shall I reveal the game? Is that your official guess?
Yeah.
Yep.
Blank. I'm going to read the blurbs from the Wikipedia page instead of like reading everything off and see if y'all can figure it out. Blank is an action role-playing video game developed by Raven Software and published by Activision. It was released on the GameCube, PlayStation 2, and Xbox consoles in 2004. Players can play as one of 15 characters with the ability to switch between 4 computer or human-controlled characters at any time. It was, like I said, developed by Raven Software and Activision. Any guesses? Any? Yo,
Well, I
so
mean, I would,
close.
I
feel
would
so
still say
bad.
that sounds like the X-Men game I'm thinking of.
It's the precursor to Marvel's Ultimate Alliance. It's X-Men Legends.
I mean, I'll take the loss, but I was there. Like, I'm fine with that.
I don't know. That was
I mean,
completely
look, like
out
I
of
said,
my purview, to be completely honest.
look, it's a great guess. Or I mean, it was a great job getting there.
Yeah.
I thought y'all knew X-Men Legends. Like that's a pretty
Dude, I've never
popular game.
played that.
No, I
didn't
mean,
even
like,
know
I
that
feel
was a
like I
game.
sussed
I
out the
think
game.
I think we get that one. I think we get it.
Absolutely not.
We got it. Curly, we won.
Look,
no,
I feel
because
like I
you're
won. I feel like I won. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I
here's
feel
the
like a
thing.
winner.
Here's
Considering
the thing.
I didn't even know this game existed, I think we won.
Absolutely not, because we got to WarioWare and just couldn't figure out that it was called WarioWare Shake It. There's no shot
It
that
wasn't
y'all are getting
WarioWare, it was
X-Men
WarioLand.
generic game. Regardless, we got Wario, and we lost because we didn't know Shake It. Y'all are not getting generic.
Wait, didn't we
X-Men
get
game.
that? I thought I
No.
did get that. Thought I clutched
No,
that out.
we did not. We
No,
did not
we
get that.
get that.
I don't know, man.
Y'all are not getting generic X-Men game.
Generic
How many X-Men games
Legends
came
sounds
out?
like a generic
How many
X-Men
X-Men games came out in this period? Like when I have kind of failed you, I'm thinking both of the Mario
But
baseball
I've kind
game.
of failed you.
When I'm thinking of the Mario baseball game and Wario Land, Shake Dimension or whatever the fuck it's called in America. In both of those cases, there were other games in the series that would have also qualified. I think if this is the only X-Men game in this period of time, then I think we win. If it's not, I take the L.
That's
Listen,
unfortunate for you because
let me
X-Men Legends
just-
2 released the following year.
All right, then I would take the L.
Well, okay, hold on. Let me just paint a picture of like I described this game to a T, like to perfection. Mwah. Look,
It's almost like this is 20 questions where you guess the title of the game, not guess how the game is to a T.
Hey man, listen, you can't take me down a peg. I had that. I had this game down. Superhero game, playing as
ticker is going on my account.
RPG. I'll bet you they got the circles around the characters just like I described. I'll bet it. Generic X-Men game. That's what it was.
We did win.
Definitely wasn't. You lost. The point is mine.
Yeah, I disagree, but hey, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, what a shocker that Curly disagrees with something I clearly won. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us tonight.
Listen, Diego in the chat says we should get it. You know?
Yeah, Diego. Diego agrees with us.
You know what's unfortunate? You know what's unfortunate is we you know what's unfortunate about that is we're in the reign of tyranny, and as dictated by me at the beginning of the show, screw you guys. You're not getting this one.
Yeah.
Diego.
Listen,
damn, generic X-Men game went so hard back in the day.
I mean, hey, if we were to pull up anybody that played this game, it's like, you remember that generic X-Men game on the GameCube? That was sort of an RPG. They'd be like, yeah, I played that game. What was it called? X-Men Legends? Yeah, they would have known. They would have known what they're talking about.
Okay, hold on. So just for clarity, X-Men games released in the 2000s include X-Men Legends in 2004, Legends 2, Rise of Apocalypse in 2005, The Fighter X-Men Next Dimension in 2002, and movie tie-ins X2 Wolverine's Revenge in 2003, and X-Men the Official Game in 2006. You are not, and I repeat, not getting generic X-Men game.
Like, I'm with you, except I described the game. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I clearly know what game I was saying when I said X-Men game. I didn't describe any of those other ones.
They all fall on the generic X-Men game.
Every single one of those games falls under generic X-Men game. The only one y'all named by name released in 2009, and that's the X-Men Origins Wolverine game.
Yeah. Hey, like I said, I'll take the loss, but I feel like a winner.
Yeah, we won in spirit.
Listen, I gave you Pitfall. You know, it was Pitfall the Mayan Adventure.
Yeah. That one
Also,
was
if you-
wild, though. I
That
don't
wasn't
know.
on the official story.
I don't think Wario was either.
I just rattled off 6 games that fall under generic X-Men game. It's not happening currently.
Yeah, no, sure. It's fine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting out of here a whole 30 minutes early tonight, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Some would say that I kind of steered the ship in a decent
don't think
direction.
you steered the ship at all. We just didn't have anything to talk about.
I'm pretty sure I did a pretty dang good job of making sure that nobody went on any sexual tirades or tech talks over the course of the last 2.5 hours. And I'm going to pat myself on the back. Well done. Anyway, y'all have a great rest of your week. We will see y'all next time. Next week, we'll be back with the Mouse PI for Hire review. Possibly. I don't know. These guys are kind of trying to jump ship off of it. But we'll see y'all next time regardless. And now we will awkwardly wave goodbye. See y'all later.
If you had just said I'm guessing that puzzle game that's like rivals of Tetris that was on the PSP, I'd have been like, yeah, you got that. You know, I'm just saying. If you had just described the game,
nonsense,
and you were like, the Tetris clone game, I'd be like, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
What an absolute clown of a human being. You ended the show yet.
These guys described the game to a T perfectly. It's almost like they knew exactly what it was, and just
it's almost like you still don't
say
know
one word out of the title, you know.
Clearly missing a third of the. There are 3 words in this title, and you missed one of them.